Oh, that worked. The national anthem.
Hail to the King!
Hail to the King!
Hail to the King!
God save the King!
Yeah, God save the
Ladies
King!
and gentlemen, I've come out of retirement because the town is just about to win the greatest battle for democracy ever fought. It will be taking on 3 presidents of the United States, the BBC, the House of Commons, the Welsh Assembly, 3 national newspapers, and I'm pleased to say it will win that battle. That is because, I'm very pleased to say, one form of political corruption has deceived another. And all of you know that the Tourist Board and the Council just produced a load of false information which those in authority swallowed. So when, for example, Bill Clinton came to Hay and he said, Hay, created by its festival and its 34 booksellers, he could be immediately, one knew this went back to a corrupt election for mayor in 2000, which people got so angry about that they called Booth Gardens at the back after me. And the position of Sky Arts and James and Rupert Murdoch is therefore totally hopeless at the festival. They are trying to maintain a theory of book towns which forgets the enormous local input, which is 100, and also the enormous international input. So I'm pleased to say that what the Leveson inquiry failed to do, which was to check the Murdoch empire, the people of Hay will be able to do. And in the end it simplifies that you know, the almighty international power of the book is far greater than the national power of the mass media. So what I'm doing now is I am talking about big civilizations always beginning in river valleys. So for example, the Cairo and the Nile began the pyramids, and Thames and London began the Thames, and the Hudson River began New York. Well, if we look at Hay-on-Wye, we see at the top the greatest romantic poet Shelley wrote his poems, and at the bottom Wordsworth wrote Tintern Abbey, and in the middle they wrote the Mabinogion, which has inspired 1,000 Arthurian novels, and in its own should be the great symbol of Welsh literature. Rather, when I go to the book town in Nebraska, they will have thrown away 200 copies of an enormous concordance to Dylan Thomas, because the University of Nebraska, which obviously opposed to very stupid people, they did a big concordance of Dylan Thomas which they couldn't sell. And so I will then say that, you know, we are the great civilization with the Shelley, Wordsworth and the Mabinogion coming down the Wye. That is the kind of promotion you can get for the international world, which is 90% of the revenue, which you can't get from, I'm afraid, Dylan Thomas. So we are saying that there's a conflict of interest at the moment, that the politician wants national media exposure, but the book town needs to prepare for the international world when they'll need international democracy to save the world from global warming. So in the end, I'm certain as people wake up, they will realise that the whole nation of Britain has got to look to Hay for leadership. want everybody to have a bit of cake if possible. But
Bloody hell, it's not that big, Rich.